the players have picked it up here, and they're starting to really improve. One guy who's been phenomenal, Macklin Celebrini, 16 games played, 10 goals, 14 assists for 24 points this season. This kid's awesome. I mean, like, again, like him and Bedard, I feel like we have reached that point in time where these guys are beginning to really take over this league.
They were picked first for a reason.
They were. And again, I think that you're seeing the phenomenal performances there. Now, I want to ask a question here. We're going to get into Connor Bedard and his team in just a moment, but do you guys think, with the way Celebrini has played, do you think it is warranted of a Team Canada spot?
Yes.
Yes, you think so as a Canadian.
Yes.
Why?
Let's see. I like some youth from my lineup. I like players who are dynamic and can distribute the puck. I like players who are good defensively, and that's everything that Macklin Celebrini brings to the table. He's an all-around player. If you put him with these superstar forwards, he's going to whip up something good.
Even if he is on the fourth line, like you can still get creative playmaking from him. He's been awesome. Again, just like
he's great shown to be that he deserves to be limited. Excuse me, sorry, a little tired.
Definitely, yeah, I definitely agree with that for sure. He's been awesome to see. Tim, anything to weigh on that?
I mean, I'm trying to think of outside of like the bigger names. I don't know how many other Canadian forwards I would take over Macklin Celebrini right now in the NHL. He's been that good. He's top 3 in scoring in the NHL this year so far.
Pretty much.
Like he's playing like one of the best players in the league. And if you're that good, you probably deserve a spot on Team Canada, which is probably the hardest Olympic spot to make.
I'm going to ask you this question. There's one spot left, one center spot left, one forward spot left on Team Canada.
Yeah.
Bedard, Celebrini.
Well, Bedard is up next in our topic discussion here. Bedard has 17 points over an 8-game point streak. All of his assists during these 8-game point streak are primary assists. So he's not like he's picking up secondary assist slop or anything like that. He is getting primary assists every single time. So you talk about these two players. If we're talking about Bedard or Celebrini for a Team Canada spot, I probably go Celebrini. But I'm going to be honest, I think both of them make this team.
Who are you
playing? I feel like both should.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not feeling Anthony Cirelli on my Team Canada. Give me some Bedard and Celebrini on there.
So politics plays a lot into this. If you went to the World Championships year in, year out, and you are committed to Canada and all that, and you've been a good player and you're a veteran enough, I think you have a good chance of making this team. I also think there's some bias with the management. Obviously, John Cooper is the coach of this team. I think they're going to look at that and say, we want Anthony Cirelli. And that's why I put Cirelli on my projected Team Canada team, because I think that the coaches have a real influence on that, and I think that that's not going to change with this obviously going on. And I think, again, like they're going to have some real decisions to make here about who makes this roster. It's going to be really interesting. Again, I think both of them should make it. I mean, like, I don't see the necessity to bring in a guy like Cirelli or even a Sam Bennett type player, because I think, again, like, especially a Tom Wilson type guy as well. I think, again, like, the Olympic rules are not like the Four Nations rules. If you fight, you're out. And I think it's more valuable to have actually your best players in there rather than guys who are known for their physicality and they can fight and all that, but still have good offense at the same time. I would go down that road. It doesn't mean, though, that you can't have those guys on your roster. Again, my projections had those guys on the roster still, but you need skill in the Olympics for sure, and you need your best players, not like the NHL type of rules where you could use like a fighter here and there. What do we think?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that, but I also want to mention that the ice in the Olympics, it's the big ice. So you kind of want more playmakers. You kind of want more guys who are quick with it and can distribute the puck because it's a bigger surface to cover, and there's ability to create more space on the ice now. So I would rather take guys who are like have those pretty moves, have those elite edges, those great passing skills, great IQ. I rather take those guys than over guys who like their main focus is just defense as a forward.
Yeah, and physicality for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you want to be physical, you want to have those guys who can be rough and tough type of players, but you're not going to want to get guys who are mainly physicality and offense is just a secondary type of thing. I think you want guys who can be your best players. I think you want your best players this time around. Not like, the Four Nations where you saw guys who should have been on that roster who weren't on that roster. And we're going to discuss this probably in the next episode. I definitely want to make an Olympic episode discussion because we're getting up to that point soon where those rosters will be announced. I started making my YouTube video series on it, and I think it'll be a good discussion. So, yeah, I mean, I think both of these players should make this team. Tim, is there anything you want to add in here? Me and LeBlanc.
Yeah, kind of like what James said with the Olympics this year being in Italy, you kind of want a more fluid skating team. You don't want this bigger, bulkier team because the teams that are able to move the puck quicker, move their feet better on the bigger ice will have more of an advantage. Whereas if you've got guys like a Tom Wilson or a Sam Bennett who are more defensive grinder, physicality type players, guys who aren't going to be able to have that skill where they can just move up and down the ice with ease.
Yeah, totally. I totally agree with that. Again, I mean, like, we're going to have a real discussion about the Olympics and all that soon. That is going to be something that we touch base on, likely either next episode or the following one. But we're getting to that point where the Olympic rosters are coming here. Is there anybody else that you guys think about in the NHL right now who is just tearing it up that should make this Olympic team roster that maybe hasn't made it before? Is there anybody that comes to mind? It can be any country. It doesn't have to be Canada.
Wyatt Johnston.
You think Johnston can make Canada?
Johnston has I think he has a. I don't want to say it's like a lock, but it's like he has a shot for sure.
What about, and you look at that blue line, and we had this discussion when we were off camera the other time. What do we think about a guy like Matthew Schaefer, who is tearing it up as an 18-year-old right now? Do you see him making that team?
Just because of the politics involved, no.
That's exactly what I said in my video. Like, I don't think he makes it just for that reason. He's been a great player. I don't think it's his time yet. It's not his time.
But he's so good. Put on the team, damn it.
He should. He honestly, like, I mean, I look at a guy like Colton Parayko or a guy like Travis Sanheim who are known for good defensive capabilities. I think Schaefer should be on that team over those guys. And I'm a Flyers fan. Like, I think he should be on that team over those guys.
Like, no disrespect to those guys. But
yeah,
like,
no disrespect to those guys, but
like Schaefer is a level above those guys as of like what he brings to the table.
Here's another thing too: you want to go with guys who are just like hot. You want to go with guys who are like playing really well right now, and maybe not necessarily guys who have been good in the past but are having a down season. Like a guy that I look at who is kind of is Sam Bennett. I think he still probably makes the team, but that's a guy that you want to keep in mind there as somebody who could be out of the conversation, maybe. As a Canadian, what do you think, LeBlanc?
I think Sam Bennett has kind of played his way off the Canadian Olympic team. I'm not going to lie to you.
Really? Okay. What about, and I'm going to go to Team USA here for a moment, and Tim, you can weigh in here. What about the likes of Lane Hutson? Because, again, Hutson was in discussions about that, and I think I'm immediately going to say no because of what happened this summer with his dad, Bill Guave, and all that stuff. Like, that's a whole thing. But, Tim, do you think, like, he should be on this team?
If we want to go off just getting the best skaters, I would say then he's definitely one of the best skaters, like, American defensive skaters we have in the NHL. But probably at the same time, like, you look at the initial Olympic camp invite roster that was in the summer. Lane Hutson wasn't on that. And it's also, like, just thinking about all the good American defensemen we have. I don't know if Lane Hutson's up there. Like, you could make an argument for him over some guys, but there aren't many defensemen I would take Lane Hutson over in terms of, like, the Americans.
And
I'm trying to think who all was on that Four Nation roster, because that'll be
they're stacked on the blue line. Like, I think I would take Lane Hutson over a guy like Brock Faber, though. That's really it, though.
Yeah, so I'll bring up my projections here, and obviously the video is out on the YouTube channel, so I'm not like spoiling anything here. But my projected roster of guys that I have making that team, 8 defensemen. You tell me if there's any of these guys that you think Hudson would be better than making this roster. Quinn Hughes, no. He's automatically making it, so no. Charlie McAvoy, no. He's automatically making it, so no. Zach Werenski,
no.
Probably not.
I'm taking Werenski.
Jacob Slavin, no.
Taking Slavin.
And again, even though we said like you need defense, and he's the best defensive defenseman in the league.
Yeah.
Jake Sanderson, yes. No, I'm kidding. I would take Sanderson.
Right,
honestly,
right.
He's been great defensively. He's had a great defensive year. Good two-way guy too. Adam Fox. Hates Adam Fox.
I'm taking Adam Fox.
Yeah. I would take Fox as well.
So there's 6 already.
So that's the 6 guys. The extra guys that I have here: Brock Faber.
I take Hudson over Brock Faber.
That's probably the one.
I'm not big on Faber. Brett Pesce.
I'm taking Lane Hudson over Brett Pesce.
I'm taking Hudson over Pesce.
You think so? Okay, so those were my projected 8 guys.
Here's another name, and this was what he was on the 4 Nation roster because I have that pulled up. Noah Hannafin.
Hannafin's a good one. I don't have him making the roster though.
Hannafin's a good two-way defenseman, but like
I think I would have Hannafin over Hudson for the defensive game.
Yeah. But if you're looking for like you have multiple defensemen there who like Adam Fox can light the lamp. Like if you're looking for pure offense, I would say Lane Hudson would be a good go-to guy, but like not at this level.
They could maybe use a power play quarterback, but you have like a Quinn Hughes or a Werenski for that. So like, yeah.
Here's a discussion with the U.S. side that I'm thinking about. For me, I don't know if Swayman's making this team.
Who else is in that contention? I have him as the 3rd string.
I think Demko's been better, really good.
Well, Swayman's been kind of brutal this year. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Swayman's playing his way off the team. Granted, he'll be the 3rd goalie. Whoever it is going to be the 3rd goalie because it's Hellebuck and Ottinger as 1-2.
Yeah,
but that 3rd spot's going to. I don't know if it's going to be Swayman. I think it might be Ottinger. Spencer Knight's been great.
I was going to say Spencer Knight is a hot take. That's a little.
I love it as a hot take. I love it, but like I think a Demko, a Knight, even a Decord right now those are 3 right there that are playing better hockey than Swayman right now.
Anthony Stolars.
That'd be crazy. What about Dustin Wolf?
Him too. Yeah, I would
Wolf
love
has worse numbers though than Swayman, but I don't know if you blame Wolf for that necessarily. Yeah,
Wolf, you give the Calgary tax too.
Yeah, there's the Calgary tax.
Y'all have too many good goalies. You got to teach some of those brothers how to shoot, how to shoot. You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean we're on goalies now.
And then, one of the guys that I named is also a dual citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not happening.
Well, we're in that goalie discussion.
He's a 3-way citizen.
LeBlanc, the vast majority of the goalies for Team Canada right now are not looking that great.
We got the elite defense.
Let me talk. What would be your 3 goalies right now?
Do I have to?
Yes, you have to. I can read you mine if you want.
Bennington. That's your starter. Yeah, that's got to be your starter. Oh, I don't know if you put in Aiden Hill. I'm going to say Logan Thompson. I'm going to say Logan Thompson.
Yeah, I have LT.
Speaking of politics.
I have LT.
And then I'm trying to think now because I'm not treating Stuart Skinner letting 9 goals a night.
Here's a good off the board one. Well, maybe not that off the board. Mackenzie Blackwood.
Yeah,
he definitely deserves to be there.
Here's the thing: only one
name, Darcy Kemper.
Season.
I like that. Kemper is a little inconsistent though, but I like him as like a 3rd string goalie.
I feel like Kemper's a guy who can easily make it.
So I'm gonna go Binnington, Blackwood, and I'm gonna say Thompson.
I still go Hill despite the injury, but I did hear a report that he might not be back till after the Olympics.
Yeah,
so they could be without him long term. But again, we'll see what happens there, obviously. And again, we're only talking about Canada and America. We're going to go over the other couple of rosters later on, but I did want to pose that discussion because I think it would be a fun one to look at here with the Olympics coming up very, very soon. And we're starting to get into not the dog days of the NHL, but there's not a whole lot of news to discuss in terms of that